Hey gentlemen, look what I found in my archives. I got this in a trade for a guy. I must have restored 15 razors for him when I was on Shave the Man. So I'm excited about that. It's a stronger scent too, but it's not the original scent. I was looking at the scents. There's like TABAC makes 3 scents. So this is my Sunday shave. Little Noxzema. Getting ready to go shopping with my wife. So, and the implement of the day is going to be the Bismarck. Now the difference between this shave and the shave I did before with this was that this shave I used the I ran this over the 20K to give it a better, smoother little smoother edge, so I'm sure that's going to do me well. So I got to kind of wonder, really, it's like, you know, what did I really accomplish by buying that caudicle? And I don't really see that I have gained very much. The thing is blooming, it's like milk. So that's kind of a drag because, you know, those things aren't cheap for one thing. And, you know, you kind of want to buy things that will that will eliminate a couple steps in your progression. So, but it's all a learning process. I mean, I've been honing for what, 4.5, 5 years, something like that. And hold on one second. Anyway, something's going on with my lighting there. Hopefully I fixed it. Anyway, so it's the whole thing's a learning process, and I'll tell you right now, for anyone who's new to honing, is buy the best that you can afford. If you can't afford to buy it, then save up for it. And you'll be much happier. So, it was like 20 degrees yesterday, blowing snow, just didn't even leave the house. So, today, it's still very cold, but it's not blowing wind. So trying to manage my lather here with this soap. Okay, try this. Pretty slick soap. I can't even hold on to my brush. I got some on the handle. So hope everyone's doing good. I'm just kind of getting ready. I go on the 2nd of January to see my surgeon and all that. So, oh man, I got that in my hair. One thing I notice about soaps is that sometimes if the lather is too thin, you just give it a minute and let that soap finish absorbing the liquid, and you'll be good. So, and away we go. This is a pretty nice blade because it has the thumb place. Thumb place to put your thumb. See that? You put your thumb right in there. And it's nice because it kind of backs up and forth to a spot where your thumb's not going to slip. Oh, super smooth. Oh yeah. Oh. Oh. Yep. I've got this razor dialed in. I don't think it's the absolute best edge, but I'm able to, you know, use it instead of just move it around and stare at it. So outside of gaining a nice edge finally on this razor, what did I gain? What did I gain as far as knowledge goes? Is a caudicle in this instance a waste of time? What are you doing?
Taking the dog out.
I guess the only way to find out would be to eliminate the caudicle in my progression and see what the edges feel like. Every one of my razors that I use, plus the two other 5/8 razors, have been touched up on the Swero. So this really is a great soap. Really is. I mean, you don't, you know, you can compare it to other things, but it's like, it does feel like I'm shaving with something with some quality. Not just a bunch of, catchy titles that describe some bizarre scent. You know what I mean? I still think I can make this edge better. Joseph's edges, they, man, I'll tell you, they just, the dang beard just is removed with little effort. And what's left is pert near clean skin. Now that's an edge. And we all kind of learned, well, definitely we all learned from somebody else. All this is not original thoughts for us. So you can tell my edge isn't just right. But it's kind of what we do. We learn by mimicking people and by watching people. You know, like we're like little monkeys, you know. So I'll be right back. And I'll tell you something. When I first learned to hone, there's a guy that was like the premier honer in the United States. He was all over the place. Everyone was bowing down to him. This is what he said. This is what he said. And I was just learning to hone. And long story short, I watched a video of him on a Chaucera 1000. And he had his razor on that thing. The angle of the camera was from one end to the other so you could see the entire stone. And he was just going back and forth, just cranking the shit out of that razor. He was bulldogging that edge. So I started doing that. But I have some nice razors, and I bought me some like $5 and I tried doing that with those gold dollars, and I ruined every one of them. And so I looked at what I did. I just totally removed the spine because gold dollars are really soft. So I look at razors like this, and anytime I got to do heavy work on them, I really consider that spine. So I was going to ask him, hey man, you mind if I, take over some of your advertise for some honing? And I said, screw that. The guy never talked to me. And I was a new kid on the block, and I was you know, I was doing some shit, and he never talked to me. And I said, screw it. And I was, you know, selling razors, honing razors, replacing scales. I did all this stuff, man. I made a matching pair of camel bone scales for a guy named Ramos. That came out really nice. I think one of them was a little bit different than the other, but he wanted them to be the same. But I kind of felt like, not like I was stepping on his toes, but I felt like I was, you know, kind of trying to make my mark a little bit, and then I was just ignored by a large part of the shaving community. And I thought that was bullshit, because I have some talent. You know, I'm creative and I have some talent. And I have confidence in my talent too. But anyway, so the thing is that when you're dealing with doing things that you don't know about so much, you can read about them and you can experiment all you want, but until you start watching other people and seeing what they're making mistakes at and watch what they're successful at, then you really grow by leaps and bounds. And you're kind of, some of it is you're kind of stealing their ideas, but, you know, I'll tell you what, you know, that's just how it is. We teach each other. So I ran into a guy. I talk about him a lot because I respect him a lot. And he, I seen him on a Chaucera 1000, putting a bevel over there in the UK. But he's putting a bevel on a razor. And he did it with such finesse, I'm telling you. There was none of this bulldogging crap that we've seen, that I was telling you about before. He was, oh, my face is perfectly smooth. I can appreciate that. And the way he explained it was just so simple. And because it's not just the process, it's the observation of the process. And that's what I learned. That's probably the most valuable thing I learned in this whole thing that I'm doing right now with my edges and my geometry and my, you know, caudicle, is watching a master at work and understanding what he's doing. This is the aftershave balm. Gosh, this stuff is really nice. Got a nice shave. Man, I'm gonna have to get me some of the original TABAC cologne spray, because this stuff here is good, but I can only put a little bit on because we're gonna be in a car. My wife's gonna be going, "What'd you put that shit on for?" She get all pissed off. Anyway, the beadstalk resistance. I'm gonna spray a little bit on this tissue and just dab it on me. Kind of feel like a frou-frou, but I don't ever wear scents. You know, my scent is sawdust and bone powder. So I'm going to spray a little bit on like this. Maybe put a little bit on like this. Like this. It's on. That way Mama's not all pissed off. You smell up the car. Anyway, this is Guy Solis, Gentleman's Edge, man. Thanks for sticking around, and if you have any questions about what I'm trying to do and how I'm thinking about some things, then go ahead and write me. But